if you've got a pair of sandals that you love, they fit you well, but not with this strap, it's crashing into your ankle bone, then I'm going to show you how to fix it today. No special tools, don't need to go to the cobbler, sensory sensitivity is taken into account. So let's have a look. This strap crashes into my ankle bone, especially when I walk up and down. It's quite hard to photograph or video like this, but this side is even worse. You see how that strap's just hitting underneath and on top both when I move in that ankle bone. So we have to change it. Now the first thing, we assess the shoe, and there's quite a bit of unpicking that we need to do. This shoe's also got Velcro, and so I'm going to have to unpick around the Velcro as well as that single line of stitching that holds the strap. Now there is going to be some glue in there. We will never know how much, but with modern shoemaking methods we can safely bet that it's not going to be great. Okay, so that'll work to our favour. There won't be too much glue and we will be able to separate it. So we'll just clear away enough stitching to make room for a translocation of that strap downwards, and we'll just clear out those stitches. We do have to get a few little bits more on the Velcro because that's also holding the strap in there. So keep on going until you are clear, and then we're going to pull apart the glue. So as I said, we don't know how well this is going to go, and I have chosen the sandal that's very, very soft. It's got exquisitely soft leather, so there might be a little risk that I will stretch it as well. It's going to be okay because these shoes are Velcro closures. I can adjust the closure, so even if it stretches, it'll be fine. So I'm just pulling this apart. I've cleared out the stitches. We're just going to get our fingers in there, pull and pull, pull, and when we can't sort of do it anymore, then we might need some simple tools. Simple tools, okay? You can buy these little jewelry pliers at any craft shop. Now I've got this one which has got some plastic on the ends, and that's going to stop the leather from creasing or being marked. So I'm using that on the top piece, and then I'll use my other little pliers on the bottom piece where no one's going to see it. And they're just helping me to pull it apart and get that open so I can shift the strap downwards. And then of course I'll be restitching. So work at that until you've got sufficient space. And we should be able to now see a nice great big hole. That strap is almost out. One little tiny little stitch to take it out, I think. And now we're ready to reposition. So that was in there, and we've got that stitch line. So the holes from the original stitching, that's kind of helpful because it tells us how far we've got to stick it back in. And we just slide it back down to where it's going to fit us, peg it in place. Now that little bit of residual glue, probably going to be working in our favour because that will also help hold that there. We do have to secure these threads. Now depending on how well or just how you unpicked, you're going to have some long tails there. You really want to try and aim for long tails because it's a heck of a lot easier to knot the long tails. I'm sort of just doing a little bit more unpicking to get a bit more of a tail here that I can actually use to knot. I do not want any knots or any texture on the underside because that's going to put holes in my skin. I've got very sensitive skin. So I'm going to knot that and keep the knot on the front, and we'll tidy that up in the end. So I'm just chopping that so I've got a bit of length, and I'm now going to try and put a knot in it. It's just a knot, you know, loop it round, stick it through and do it twice, pull it tight. But you know, I can't really do it on camera. My fingers are all thumbs on camera, but I have successfully got myself a knot happening. I think I've shown you one side of the knot. The second side I had to really pull it close to myself. But yeah, just a simple knot, just to stop the threads from unraveling any further. Then we're going to grab our needle and a thread that's close to that top stitching thread colour. Thread the needle, put a knot down the end with your doubled threads. And I am using a quilting number 5. Okay, it was very short, which is going to let me have room, because this is a narrow, tricky little thing to work a needle in, so a short needle works better. It's also very, very sharp. It's also pretty strong. Now here I'm going to use my pliers again. Theoretically, I could be using the holes from the original stitching and just pulling it through. But I'm also going through Velcro and I'm not necessarily getting the hole all the time. So that's where the pliers are your best friends. And the Velcro is not very best friendly because it's always snagging my thread. So just keep an eye on your thread so that it's not snarling in something. So there's no tricks to this. It is simply in, pull it through, come back through, and you're making a line of stitching in and out, in and out, in and out. I know it sounds easy. It is easy. You just need that little pair of pliers to help you out. So just pushing and pulling with the pliers to get your thread traveling along. Now I'll speed it up a little bit and we'll move ahead so that we are approaching the part where we're actually going to put the strap in. Oh, it is going to take a little while. Maybe I'll put some music on. Oh no, here we are. So we're hitting the place where we've got our strap repositioned. It's pushed back in there. Make sure that those lines of stitch holes are inside, so we will catch everything. And then try and use the holes of stitching. It will be a little bit easier because we've got more layers here that we're penetrating with the needle, trying to pull through. And it can be a little tricky to make sure that you've also got the back piece. I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so turning it over, you might not have caught the back bit of leather. So if that happens, well, that's okay. You can just go down and make sure you catch it. We are using a polyester Gutermann thread here. We are not using anything scratchy like a nylon thread. So this is going to be very, very comfortable against your skin. You won't feel this. Okay, other than that, we are just progressing in the same fashion, in and out, making sure we catch all the layers. If we don't, we go back, we just make sure we do catch it. Another little stitch. Again, pliers are your best friends when it's coming through. Layers of leather, and I did also say that this is very soft leather. Would I use a leather needle? Now, a leather needle, we'll come back to that question, okay? We're coming to the end, so I've skipped ahead because you need to see all of that sewing, but we are now at the place where we stopped our unpicking, so we've got a thread, a tail of a thread to make sure we secure so that doesn't keep unraveling. So I'm just going to make sure the knot is going to be on the front again because I don't want it rubbing a hole in my skin. And that's all we're doing again, just a double knot, pulling it tight. You know, I lost the thread bobbin, the thread chicken race, so I'm going to have to just chop that off so I can pull it through. There we go, and we will tidy that up as well. Chop off the edge tails once we've got that nice and secure. But as to the leather needles, if you've ever seen them, they're quite chunky. So it's not appropriate for this type of leather. This type of leather wants something fine, not a chunky hole penetrating. Just cleaning up the thread tails. Okay, and that's what it's looking like. So the outside, we still have to tidy up this tail, and we can chop him off because he is secure, and we do have to go around our Velcro. But there's nothing on the inside there that is going to be irritating our skin. So I'm just going to do the Velcro bit here. So knotting on to start. So I'm using a thread that's already there and it's already secure in the leather, and just looping, catching that with my needle and thread and putting the knot on the front. And then otherwise, once we've secured that, it's in and out, in and out, in and out. And the painful Velcro experience is going to happen again as well, because we'll have all sorts of snarling in that Velcro as the thread gets caught. So we just have to be a little bit careful if you're using, if you've got Velcro in your shoes as well. Totally doable. All right, skipped ahead again. I'm at the end of that little row of stitching to get my Velcro back secure. And as you can see, there's really nothing there on the inside to irritate my skin. Nice and soft, probably softer than it was before actually, because, I've chosen a different thread. Now, I want to deal with that thread sticking up there, and I also want to go back up just for security along that edge. So I haven't shown you this because it's boring. All I've just done is over and over the edge, as you can see, and that has just locked down that thread tail. I didn't want to cut it off too early because that's sort of really holding together those thread tails with that knot. So I've left a tail, and that's what we've got. All of that stitching is done. Let's reposition this Velcro. Nicely lowered strap. Okay, you've got another shoe to do. And I will caution you that maybe it's a different measurement, so measure it against your body and where your ankle bone is. And this is my happy little shoe and my happy foot. My ankle bone, as you can see, has got nice clearance. Nothing is crashing into that. I'm quite happy. So enjoy your comfy life. I hope this helps you out. I'm going to put one little extra episode in this week so that if you also wear orthotics, I'll show you how to put it back on the shoe so that you can also wear your orthotics. Enjoy your comfy life. I'll see you then.